I really like Tracy. I mean, I think he's great for the program. He's a real charismatic guy. It would have been tough for him, I think, to go out like that. So it's great to get him back around for another run, and I'm thrilled that he's back for us this year, and everybody is. Everybody wearing orange is. But yeah, it would have been tough to see him finish his career, if he couldn't have come back for this final senior season.
Have you seen him mature too?
Oh yeah, there's no question. Over the years, he's getting better and better. Everything is on track, and he's doing things the right way and playing hard. So it's about all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Now we just got to get to game one.
Casey, I want to talk to you just a little bit about Juwan. And he was one of those guys that was a little bit of a late find, I guess, recruiting-wise.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I don't know if he's late find. I mean, we knew he was out there and went down to Port Arthur to go see that young man. And he's talented, and he can run. He's got legitimate track times to back up, what he put on the field. And he's a great kid, and he takes care of his academics. And, when you start putting all that together, when everybody raves about a kid, and if it's late, if it's late in the game, like you're saying, if it's a January guy, because most of the commitments now are over the summer, at least lion's share of them. So when you get a commitment in January, it's either from a 5-star guy that wants to do the hat thing, or it's from a 2-star guy that was maybe a little under-recruited. I'll tell you, either way, it doesn't mean the 2 stars and the 5 stars don't mean how they're going to be when they get here. But though, that when you take a later guy like that you've got to do your due diligence on who is he, what's he about, what's his character, what are his grades, does he have legitimate track times, and does he back it up on the field? Does he play with energy? Does he compete? And when a coach raves about a kid and says all those things, then you've got to run with it. And Coach Harrison down at Port Arthur just loved Juwan and had nothing but great things to say about him. And that's really why he's here. So, and we're lucky to have him because he's going to be a great player.
I know it was about 2 weeks into camp last year where Mike Gundy came over and said, hey, this Juwan Seals kid, he can really play.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's one of those kids, again, a little bit under the radar, but fit the bill in so many things that we want here in Stillwater. What Coach Gundy preaches with retention and having those guys be around for the duration of their career, having guys that are good teammates, having guys that go to class, and he just hit all those marks for us, and it was an easy take. It wasn't something where we got to take a wideout. Right. It wasn't that situation, and it's great that he's here.
How do you like this group overall? It's like you got a lot of mix of young guys and someone like Tracy Moore coming back, and just how do you kind of assess this outside group overall?
Great group. Great to be around. They're working their tail off, and I mean it now. I mean, they're working hard, and guys are locked in. I think they're going to do all the right things. They're coachable. It's easy for myself, Coach Ray, Coach Leonard to get on those guys and coach them up and give them, criticism and where they're going to take it and actually get it done. Sometimes it's in one ear and out the other. You have those kind of groups too that come through from year to year. But this is a good group, and there's good balance too. In that, we're a little top heavy with the seniors that we have. Blake Jackson, Tracy Moore, Charlie Moore.
Right.
But at the same time, I think we're very talented in our younger classes, and I think we'll be sound for a number of years. I mean, I really believe that we've got a great group of wideouts for a long time.
Yeah, when you mentioned Tracy Moore, just how has he progressed? Obviously, coming off the injury, it sounds like he had a good spring, and just kind of how is he looking now going into his second go-around of his senior year, I guess?
He looks good.
Yeah.
He looks good. We just got to make sure he doesn't get a freak injury and get hurt this year. It's
Right.
very, very unfortunate for us. I mean, that's a bunch of offense that we missed last year. I mean, he's our leading receiver after the first few games, and all of a sudden you yank him out of production. You've got to scramble to replace those numbers, which is hard to do. So getting him back is a definite boost, and it allows us to do a few more things because he's a talented player. He's a guy that people have to account for.
Yeah. Two guys that have moved inside, Austin Hayes and CJ Curry. Just take me through the process of how you guys kind of decide to, maybe move a guy to a different position, and just kind of what that's like with you and Jason and just figuring that kind of whole thing out.
Well, it's about trying to match the position to the skill set of the player.
Right.
And whether it's taking advantage of a bigger body on an outside corner, sometimes that's a great matchup for us. Sometimes it's quickness of feet. Sometimes guys just have a feel for finding dead spots in zones. That kind of player would be Josh Stewart.
Yeah.
He just has this knack
Right.
uncanny and finding the right spot.
Right.
And you know, so you just try and match that up, and also it's a little bit about balance on trying to get your better players towards the front so they get reps during practice. But at the end of the day, you know, Coach Ray and I, it's all about trying to be in the top 4 for us. You know, and we tell the wideouts, hey, you need to be number 5. You need to be the 5th best receiver because you're going to be the next guy to go in. And if you're the 5th best receiver, you need to work your tail off to become the 4th best receiver. Don't worry about where you are in your position. That doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Are you 2Z, 2X, 3X? It really doesn't matter. What matters is where are you in the overall pecking order of our wide receivers.
Right. Right.
We're gonna find the best 4 receivers we can have and put them on the field.
Yeah.
And we'll put them in the positions to give them the best chance.
How have those two been doing as far as